So these weird shapes we have here are actually little paper birds, and I have a flock here. I have some that's made out of computer paper, and I have some that's actually made out of this graph paper I found in the office. So we're going to collect our supplies first. We are looking for a white piece of paper. You're looking for a piece of paper that has some color. So I found some yellow. This is a magazine paper, cover of a magazine. I'm looking for a large area of color, and this happens to be a large area of yellow I can use. We're looking for a small can, a large can, small circle, large circle. This is a super tiny can. If you're having a hard time finding a small can, you can look around the house. Maybe you have a flashlight. That can be a small circle for you. Or something like a prescription bottle. It's going to be a small circle. I've got glue. I've got scissors. And I have a pencil and a marker. Or a black pen, whichever. So first thing we're going to do is trace our circles. Take my piece of paper. I'm going to fold it in half. Take my large can, and I'm going to back it up all the way to the edge. That's going to make it a little bit easier for when I come in and I cut this guy out. I got my small circle. I'm going to take this, I'm going to back it all the way to the edge. And trace it out. Now I'm going to draw a triangle with a flat top. So if I have a triangle, then I'm going to flat top it out. Make my triangle, flat top. We're going to cut these shapes out. And the best part about having folded paper is that all the shapes you cut out, you're going to get doubles of, you're going to get two of. It's all right if you don't get a perfect circle when you cut it out, that's fine. You're going to have a little bit of personality to your bird, which we like. We love that. All right. Then my flat top triangle. I'm gonna get my yellow piece of paper, or whatever color you want to use for that beak and for those feet. You're gonna look for an area of color. And you're just gonna cut out that area. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna fold it in half. I'm gonna cut a triangle out for my beak. So let's see here. I can cut a triangle out just like that. Now I'm gonna make my feet, so I can cut that out and get that out of there. I'm going to cut this in half. I have a large rectangle. Now this folded page, that folded edge, I'm just gonna trim that off. And I'm going to put a little bit of web into that feet. So I cut in, and then I cut in, and I have my 2 feet. So we're gonna start putting our body together, and the first thing we're gonna start with is our tail feather. When I have these, I wanna line them up so they sit on top of each other. I'm gonna use a little bit of glue. I'm not gonna glue the whole thing, I'm just gluing the edge of the flat top. Just where that triangle flat top is. I'm gonna try to line these up when I put them back together. Sweet. I'm gonna put a little feathers into that thing by cutting into the flat top triangle. And I stop right about there, about halfway in. Now I'm going to start to fold these, start to fold them up. And here's a hot tip. So these feathers, we can kind of make them curl. If we have a pencil, we just smush those feathers onto the body of that pencil, because that pencil is a cylinder It's gonna make them crow for us. Okay, we just wanna give them a little bit of dimensionality. And then we can open them up. We got some feathers, some ruffled feathers there. Maybe a little bit tricky to open them up, but there we go. Put our tail to the side, and we are going to make our head. So I have my 2 small circles. I'm gonna glue them together. I'm gonna lay them on top of each other. Try to line them up as much as we can. Okay. I'm gonna put an eyeball on this. Perfect opportunity to use googly eyes if you have them. Make a little circle, put a little dot inside. I'm a big fan of eyelashes, so I'm gonna pop some eyelashes on there. Turn it over. And the coolest part is that we can kind of see that eye, a little faintness of that eye, so it makes it line up for us. We just draw it right on top of there, a little eyelashes. We're gonna put our beak on. So I have these 2 yellow triangles. Just gonna put a little glue. All right. Put that right there. Flip it over, and I'm gonna line up with that other triangle. I'll line it right up. There we go. Put the head to the side. We're all set with that. We're all set with our tail feathers. Now we're gonna make the body of this. I have my 2 large circles. I'm gonna put them together. I'm gonna take the top edge and I'm gonna fold the top edge down to right about there. Right about there. Top edge comes down to there. So we're not taking this and folding it in half. We're taking this and we're folding it just a little bit above that bottom edge. We can open that up. Now if we come to the bottom of the circle, we're gonna take this and we're gonna fold it up just a little bit. Very small, just a little bit. And that's gonna allow this bird to stand for us. So open, make that all flat. I'm gonna cut in to get some feathers. I'm just gonna cut in to there. And I know where my edge is, I can kind of stop at that fold. Okay, now we're gonna do some feather curling. I had my pencil, I'm gonna press these feathers into that pencil. I'm going to put my bird feet on, and they're gonna go right on this bottom. So remember where we folded this up a little bit, okay? We wanna glue our foot right below that fold. We don't wanna go over the fold. We want this foot to fit right underneath that fold. Flip them over. We have this, put some glue right above, right underneath that fold. Okay, now we're gonna open the body up. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, nice. We're gonna spread these feathers out. We have 2 different sides. Okay. We're gonna take that fold that we had before and we're just gonna hide those feathers. We're hiding those feathers that we folded before behind there. Just gonna hide those feathers. Sweet. Now we're gonna put everything together. So take my glue, I'm gonna make 1 stripe here, and make another stripe here. My bird head goes right on the edge just like there. And my tail goes right on the back. Take my other side of the body, flip it over, and just line it up right there. Nice. I'm gonna come and open my bird up. So, we open the bottom up, you have a bird that can stand. We can start to give a little texture to these feathers by kind of folding them in. Now you have a little bird. And you can come in, make them stand up, make yourself a whole flock. and you're good to go.